All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a bad podcast. Brought to you this week by Tinashe and Davian. It's 4 p.m. on a Monday morning, afternoon, whatever, doesn't really matter. Davian, how are you?
But it's 4 p.m. on a Monday morning.
It's 4 p.m. on a Monday morning. Listen, man, it could be worse. You know, it could be Tuesday on a 5 p.m. schedule. So we move though. We move. I need to turn your audio up a little bit, but other than that, I think we all go. Tell us about your week, bro. How's your week been? Last week, not this week, because this week just started. Tell us about last week.
It happened. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't remember. Okay. Thank you.
Uh,
How's your week been, T?
how do you not remember what just happened, Davian? This is unacceptable, right? Here at the podcast, we hold you to a very high standard, to a high degree, considering you are a man of such quality. You know, you like some people here at the podcast believe that you are a good moral compass. You know, what would you say to those comments?
I mean, I share your week was and then you just attack me. I don't have a good moral compass. That is all. Thank you. At this time, those people who say that are liars or have such low expectations of people that their bar is so low they don't realize. But that's all I have to say on the matter. My lawyer told me not to say anything further.
Okay. Interesting statements that you've put out into the
Uh,
universe here. This week I am
I said what I
feeling.
said.
Hey, listen, man, I believe you. I believe you. Out of everyone on planet Earth, there are naysayers. There are people who would say, Davian, I don't believe you, but never me. You know why, G? Because I believe in you. And if that
Mhm,
doesn't say everything it needs to, I don't know what will. To be honest with you, I
mhm.
don't know what will. Um, how long have we been friends, Davian?
Mhm. Uh, 11 years.
Something like that, right?
About that, yeah.
Something. Now, obviously, we've been through a lot together. We've seen a
Are you
lot
pregnant?
together. No, God, no. I mean, honestly, God, no. But obviously, we've been through a lot together. We've seen a lot of shit together. Now, would you say you're quite comfortable with me? Yes.
Yeah.
You feel like you could say anything to me at any given point. Like there's never any awkwardness, so to speak. Correct?
Depends what you say next. But yeah.
Would you ever do a threesome with me?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, right now, no. Um,
Why not? Right? Oh, obviously. Oh, yeah. You're a taken man in that. But sorry. I forgot. I forgot. Bro, I forgot. Are you in love yet?
so the threesome thing. Um, I don't know. I mean,
Say, for example,
it
we're
would.
on holiday, Las Vegas. We got fucked up. There's this solid 8 out of 10, and she's like, "You can do it, but it has to be both of you at the exact same time."
I'm drunk in my.
Um, we're in Las Vegas, so you'll remember splotches in the morning, but not the whole thing.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Davian would have a threesome with me. Love to see it. Well, if we hop in straight into short sports for you guys this week, it'll be we're going back to our normal podcast kind of mix and mashup without the ums and and the meaty men that Joe loves. So let's just start with football. Obviously, FA Cup happened over the weekend. United beat Liverpool 4-3. Eric Ten Hag proving even further why he's the right choice for Manchester United. Davian, please give us a little breakdown of your thoughts on the game.
I want to slap you in your jaw. um, mm.
Thoughts
that
on?
great. That game was beautiful. Okay, that was it. Was a beautiful game.
Mm.
It shouldn't have been as It shouldn't have been 4-3 because a better team on either side would have won the game by just not being shit. But it was. I mean, as a United fan, it was a perfect game. It's a cup game, so one of the beauties of the FA Cup is that literally any team can beat any team at any time. So us going into the game being sixth and being worse than Liverpool made no difference to us. Scored early, then conceded two of the dumbest goals in totality before half time. Then Anthony scored with his right foot, which means, at that point, the rules don't matter. Um, Rashford almost scored in the 93rd minute, and I'm glad he did it now because he would have been offside and I would have lost my shit. Um, we played the second half like assholes and were horrible. And basically, if Liverpool were actually decent, they'd have won the game in the second half. But then they let Anthony score against them, which to me is hilarious. And then they scored again, and then they couldn't hold another lead. And then Rashford finally got his goal, and then they let Amad Diallo score in his like 73rd minute of gameplay, who then got sent off immediately because he took off his shirt. I forgot it was booked. I mean, it was. I'll say the best thing about the game for me is that for the last half an hour of the game, United had to play with, I think it was Bruno Fernandes playing centre back and
Iconic.
Anthony playing left back.
Well,
Um,
to quote a certain Darth Necros, he did say that Bruno Fernandes is a better defender than Virgil van Dijk. What are your thoughts on that?
um, uh, um, was he high? Was he drunk? Was he both at the same time?
Bro, listen, he's the one who said Bruno Fernandes is a better defender than Virgil van Dijk. And he said, because Bruno didn't concede whilst he was center back. So that was his defense for that.
You're joking, right?
I'm verbatim.
On your PS5, you
On my PS5. On my PS5, bro.
Was it yesterday or today?
Today.
Oh,
In the afternoon at like 2 p.m. 3 p.m.
I thought if you let yesterday would have been okay. You're on them high.
You're on the
mode,
high,
you're on
you know what I'm saying? No.
You can say something outworldish like Amad Diallo for Ballon d'Or, but I'll just say I don't agree. Okay, I'll just say that I don't necessarily agree all the way with that statement. And what I will say is that Bruno Fernandes is a great player, encapsulates Man United, and sometimes when you need someone who can just do a role, he can do that. And yesterday he fielded a centre back, was on like 3v1 counter attack breaks against him, and stopped him scoring and won the game. That's all that matters to me. Also, we got the favourable cup draw. We play Coventry at Wembley, so shout out my uni. And if we beat Coventry, it's City or Chelsea in the final. So to me, job done. And also, Klopp cried a bit, so I'm happy. And no, Bruno's not better than Van Dijk.
Well,
that's like when man said the FA Cup was better than the Champions League. It's that level of delusion and grandeur. Like you just say shit and you don't think about the ramifications of the sentence coming out of your mouth. But
it was too late. By the time it came out, it was too late.
Hopefully, Ten Hag doesn't hear it start playing him centre back.
So, question for you, linked to United. Obviously, there's been transfer rumors going around from Marcus Rashford. This is coming from the Transfer News Live and from Sky Sports that PSG are willing to offer Rashford up to 500k a week, and with an 80 million bid to be also placed upon him. Right now, in the current situation, do you sell Marcus Rashford for 80 million?
Who am I in the situation?
Well,
if you're asking me as I am running Man United, then no, that's a bad deal. If you sign Rashford for 80 million, you're making a bad deal. As a person who hates the Man United fan base, then yes, I would love him to join PSG.
Okay.
Because I generally think he'd have more fun, and I think United fans are lame. Like with the biggest fan base, we have more lame people per capita than any other fan base. And when he missed the chance in the 93rd minute, even though he was offside, people were like, if we lose the game, it's all on him as if we didn't have 90 other minutes. If he goes to PSG, ain't no one watching them games. Want to see the highlights?
That's very true. Because I thought about it from the perspective as well. Financially, Anthony costs 80 million. But at the time, everyone knew that he wasn't really worth 80 million. Rashford is you know what you're getting. And it's it just depends he's still
I'll be
young.
honest.
He's still young.
I'll be honest.
So
He's
when it
20.
comes to
The thing is,
consistency, is it really
he's
his
mid
fault? Like when
20s.
he like,
He's mid 20s.
mm,
Him going to PSG in that French league where the defenders are really, or mostly slow,
mm,
he'd cook most of them defenders and look great.
yeah,
The thing is with Rashford is he's never played in a team that actually has structure. So yesterday his goal was a really easy chance. It was Nunez's fault
yeah,
because he passed the ball to someone else, but it was an easy chance where it's like in the middle of the goal. He's not had United doesn't have that. He doesn't have easy chances to create. Normally his goals are like takes ball on, runs 30 yards, scores goal. So if you were to PSG and their man only they treat him like Mbappe, where your only job is to get Rashford the ball in the box, he's scoring like 40 goals a season.
so,
And after about a year or two,
mm.
some team well, Man City wouldn't go for him because of the Manchester thing. I don't think he'd go there. Not Liverpool either. So like he
I
might
can
probably
see
come
him
back
going
Premier
to like a
League.
Bayern or something, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid. I could see them clubs like if he went to PSG this summer, I could see in a year or two like Real Madrid being like, oh shit, who's
Yeah.
this left winger we never heard of before till just now? Damn, is he new? He
Marcus.
played at Manchester who? United. Never heard of him. All right, 100 mil, come here. And then, or I could see Bayern going in for him and then try to relink Kane and Rashford for a couple seasons.
How old is
I don't want him
Kane?
to go, but
Is he in his 30s yet?
29.
Oh, okay.
He's 30 maybe? He might be 30 now.
Let me quickly check.
But also, Kane, strikers are playing longer now, and Harry Kane doesn't run. Well, he doesn't do much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't do much.
He's
So he's
31
fine.
this year.
Yeah, but again, he doesn't do much. Like he's in the peak of his physical condition because what does Kane really do? Like
Fair enough.
Kane's got two moves: either stand in the box and get a tap in, or drop back to halfway line like a Tom Brady and then launch the fucking ball and then wait and then make the man do skills until you get to the box so you can tap it in. He can do that for another 5, 6. Lewandowski's what 36?
36, yeah. 35.
Yeah, you can do that for another. You can do that for another.
Do you think like the Adidas deal thing which came out the other day, that every single year where we don't get into the Champions League, they obviously fine us 10 million? Do you think that's going to affect the club, like in the grand scheme of things, or no? Like when it comes to
not fining 10 million. It's just that you won't receive the 10 million. It's a clause in there that whatever, but like,
yeah.
No, I don't think it will. We've had that clause for a while. It's not been a new thing.
Okay. So wait, have they always done that, or like have they always deducted like 10 mil?
Our last deal, it's not really a deduction. It's like we'll pay you 50 mil, but if you're in the Champions League, if you're not in the Champions League, it's 40 because obviously you want your kits on the thing. It's a bonus, I guess. Yeah. It's 40 mil plus a 10 mil if you're in the Champions League.
Okay, it's all about exposure, I guess. Fair enough.
I mean, you wouldn't know about it before because we've never been this consistently out the Champions League.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, I don't think it'll affect anything. I think Man United make so much money as it is that 10 mil would be an add-on. Well, you know what? Put it like this: if we don't make the Champions League this year, but Martial leaves the club, we'll save money. So
you got a point there, bro.
He makes about 1.3 million. He makes about 1.3 million a month. So that's 15 million a year. Yeah, that would work. We get rid of Martial.
In my head still, I forget that Anthony Martial plays for us. I constantly forget. Like I'm just, it's like a fever dream.
Yeah, guess what? He's on a 30 million pound annual salary.
That's insane.
Yeah, because he said, he signed and then he signed another deal, and I don't know how he got the second deal, but he's on 250,000 a week, so he literally makes 1 mil a month. So
fucking lucky. All right, well, fair enough. Do you want to quickly go through the Champions League? Obviously the draw happened, but no games will be played until April 9th. Do you want to quickly do some early predictions for who you think is going to win?
I mean, I know who's winning. I'm locking. That's a guarantee at this point.
Okay. Well, Champions League early predictions: Arsenal versus Bayern. Who you got?
Bayern Munich.
All right.
Bayern Munich are knocking them boys out.
Real Madrid versus Man City.
Real Madrid.
Okay. PSG Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Atletico Madrid and Dortmund.
Sanchez making the Champions League semi-final. I was guaranteeing it. You know how fans are gonna have to suffer.
It would.
He may get to a final.
If he made it to a Champions League final, United fans would.
If he wins the Champions League,
pissed.
If he wins the Champions League, fam, I'm claiming that as my Champions League.
But no, the redemption arc would be incredible. It would be fucking god tier.
If Sancho scored the winner in the Champions League final,
Mm.
I think Neymar herself won't ever shut up. That'll be it. Like for the
You
rest
said
of her life.
Neymar hurt, and I was like, what? Oh.
I had to be clear because I was like, I don't think the Brazilian footballer himself will be that bothered.
Yeah, nah.
But and also I think that Twitter X.com will break because then man won't understand what just happened, and then they'll be like, all they have to do was say sorry, but now he's won the champion. Nah, Dortmund ain't winning it. I think Real Madrid are going to win it most likely. It's going to come down to who wins out of Bayern, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Man City. That's how the draw.
Cool.
And I hope Arsenal don't win it at all. Fuck them.
Well, whilst we're here, let's quickly hop into Super 6 and see what we got going on. Okay. For the 30th of March. Bro, this is well in advance. All right. Super 6 for the 30th of March. Okay, shitty international break. All right. You have Premier League game, Spurs versus Luton. Oh my god, hold on. Let me re-say that. My fucking voice feels like I just merged all my words together. Super 6 predictions coming up for the 30th of March, so we got some time. Premier League, Spurs versus Luton. Who you got?
Spurs.
4?
So they won 3-0, lost 3-0, 4-0.
4-0. All right. Next up, Chelsea versus Burnley.
Chelsea 2-1. No, 2-0.
You don't think Chelsea will concede? All right.
Premier
Premier League.
Burnley could score.
Oh, fair enough. Premier League, Aston Villa versus Wolves. Little derby.
Jesus Lord. Wolves 1-0.
All right. Brentford United. You don't know what to expect, eh?
United 3, Brentford 1.
Interesting scoreline there. All right. Next up, Liverpool Brighton.
Liverpool 5, Brighton 1.
All right, sorry. Man City Arsenal. Probably one of the most important games of the entire season here.
City 3-1.
All right. The golden goal, last time it was scored in the 10th minute by Jacob Larsson. What minute are you saying?
19th.
19th. Confirm that. And there you go. Your Super 6 predictions are in. If you put a £10 bet on, you'd potentially get £425. All right. Nice.
Maybe I will.
Anything else football related that you want to mention here?
Tottenham is shit. And also, did you see the Chelsea own goal?
Bro, it was actually impressive. You know when it happened? Like, I saw the goal and I was like, "Oh, he scored. Why is he upset?" And then it clicked, and I was like, "Oh, no, that's not good." I was like,
"It's up there for best own goal of all time." To be honest,
thing is, like, he looks up as well. Like, you can see his face. He looks up, sees the keeper stood over there, and then he still kicks the ball like all the way into his net.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's one of those moments that we all have, like, as humans. Like, you just don't think about it, and you just fuck up like midway through. So,
but luckily, they scored 2 goals in added time to win the game. I hope they beat Man City, because that Man United Chelsea FA Cup final would be way more fun than Man City United Part 2.
Fucking crazy. But all right, I think that covers up the football side quite nicely. If we hop into some other sports sections here, probably the most interesting and weird, I guess, crossover, but not really crossover. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. What are your early thoughts on this shit show of a boxing event, which will be free to watch on Netflix?
I didn't care about Anthony Joshua and Garner. What makes you think I would give a fuck about a 27-year-old YouTuber who's boxed a few milkmen and some other washed UFC fighters fighting a 50-year-old Mike Tyson, who literally has admitted to being on so much drugs at times he never knew where he was, and that man who literally claimed the only draw to this event is that sometimes when Mike Tyson talks about his old fighting career, he talks about wanting to kill a man in the ring, and that's the only thing. Jake Paul may win the fight but not win the war. That's about it. I just
Bro, to be fair, have you seen, like, obviously they do, like, the training clips of, like, him hitting pads,
brother, it's 5 seconds and then a cut. It's a hard cut. It's
Bro,
5 seconds, and then a hard cut. Fam, you can't do. You can't. It's a 40-second clip, and it splits 8 rounds.
bro, I was
Brother, you
watching
can't be.
Impulsive, and Logan said the last time he did like Mike Tyson did like a sparring for like a couple minutes, he had to
You
like
lay down
literally
in bed
be
for a
on bed.
week.
I was gonna say like he was on bed rest.
Brother, the man said, "Oh, they were like, oh, that's my fault." She was like, "Yeah, I couldn't move for a week." Like,
So,
you know what's great about these fights
mm,
is, here's what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna before the fight's gonna be like, "Oh shit, it's Mike Tyson." Oh, like it's Mike Tyson. Jake Paul's fucked. Blah blah blah, and all these people are gonna be like, "Oh, he still can fight. Look at the sparring footage. He's gonna get in the ring. They're gonna realize that man is old, and that Jake doesn't even have to. He'll punch himself out before he lets it. Like he won't be able to move. They might call it off the referee stoppage because his knees are gonna go. And then after the fight, they'll be like, "Well, the fuck is the point of him fighting? Stop hyping the fight up. Then you were doing this."
well, okay. Say for example, do you blame Jake Paul for taking that fight though?
Depends on the
Because
money
like
involved. I
I
mean,
was gonna say, because like
if
number one,
the money's good.
the bag though, and like
I
and like
okay. So
when
here's
when
where
you look back
the
on your
reason I
life as
blame
well, to
Jake
say that you
Paul.
fought Mike Tyson is still
No, but that's cool. But that's cool. But also, it has a massive asterisk on it. So the thing with Jake Paul is, I wish Jake Paul would stop lying to people.
what do you mean?
So I want him to just be what he is, and
Okay.
instead he's claiming that he keeps talking about being on the path to being like he wants to see how far he can go in the pro game. So that's why he's fighting on these shitty cards, or whatever. Just just say that you're a prize fighter and you do this for money. Just go that route because the bigger fights for bigger money is more interesting than you pretending you want to do this as
Yeah.
a full-time thing and be a world champion. You're never gonna be a world champion. Like, and then also, what bit like your main fights in life are either people who've never fought or people who are journeymen who literally are barely hanging on to their career, or UFC guys who've never boxed before. You can normally like push around. You had one fight against a decent boxer at best and lost, and then then your next set was your next big fight's Mike Tyson. Like,
Yeah.
just take the bag
I
and
was gonna
enjoy the
say, bro.
bag.
Like,
Make your money. It's cool for you. And Mike Tyson's making P, so then that's cool. I won't be watching it. Like,
mm,
I'll probably forget when it's gonna happen because the promotion for most of his shit is so bad that I never know it's happening. I'll wake up and if it's a good fight, I'll see like the 10 seconds of highlights on TikTok, and I just hope that Mike Tyson isn't too bedridden after. And if Mike Tyson knocks Jake Paul out, I'm still not gonna change my point of the fact that this is fucking dumb for him to do. But
it would
at least
be
it made
like
a
it would
change.
be interesting to see him get knocked out by
Like,
Mike
if
Tyson.
he knocks Jake Paul out,
Yeah.
then Jake Paul's gonna wake up before Mike Tyson, and that's mad to me. That's what I'm saying.
That's fucking insane, bro.
That's how I feel. Yeah,
Okay,
like, you'll be
okay.
knocked out for a day. He's gonna be knocked out for 10 to 12 days trying to find his legs. Like,
So who do you think is gonna
go in
win?
there. Jake Paul. I don't.
Okay.
Is it a real fight or is
I
it
mean,
a?
I had to ask. You know, I had to ask.
Does it
I had
have? Does it have? Does it have judges or is it like a?
to,
Because if it's a spa thing,
hold on. Jake
then draw.
Paul, the Mike Tyson rules. I think it's just maybe okay. Ariel Hawani update on it. Accept whatever. Go away. Okay. They're still working on a few important details. Is it a pro exhibition? They want to do a pro, but that's up to the Texas Commission. I'm told heavyweight rounds. They're working on that as well. There's absolutely no headgear involved. This is going to look like a
Heavyweight rounds?
typical boxing match in exhibition-like style, like Roy Jones versus Tyson in 2020. Or is it okay? So I think it's just like it's going to be like a exhibition, but like
Basically, they're going for a pro fight,
yeah,
and then when the pro people assess Mike Tyson and realize that he's not passing the assessment, they'll go for an exhibition match, and then so then the winner is the fans. You know,
yeah, fair enough.
they'll get the spectacle of seeing two people. Look, man, I just don't think anyone of them will get. Jake Paul could knock Mike Tyson out, or he could just go in there, jab around him, use his speed, and just try to avoid Mike Tyson's little 5 second barrage.
Either way, it'll be interesting to watch. Not on the night of because it'll be on a stupid o'clock, but I'll watch it the next day.
Watching the whole fight.
I'm more meant skip, you know what I'm saying, G? Like just
You heard it here first, guys. When that fight's out, T will be doing a whole fight breakdown
Yeah, you're
Round by
goddamn
round.
lying. It will last 2 rounds at best.
Then it won't take you that long to go over it.
Oh, you're
You
not
double
wrong
down,
there.
guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. All right. Anything else you want to mention in the sporting world, or are we done here?
AJ slept in Garner.
Bro, that I mean, to be fair, like, yeah, Tyson Fury
And
came out looking like
all that
shit
did
from
for
that
me,
result, but
all that did for me was prove how shit Fury was, which is what I said at the time. I know Ngannou wasn't great when he boxed Fury, but Fury made him look great by just being shit. And I do think the only thing stopping Usyk knocking Fury out would be the size differential on them. If he
100%,
puts mass on, then Usyk's knocking Fury out
no doubt
because of
about
the
it.
speed and power he's got is mad. Obviously, if Fury puts working and can put a 20-15 performance in again, maybe, but I doubt it. And other than that, no, not really.
Right. Well,
Sports kind of been dry.
I was gonna say, well, actually, before we actually move on, early predictions as well for the confirmed WrestleMania matches that'll be coming up. So first up for you, Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, triple threat. Who you got for the U.S. title?
Logan Paul, I
All right.
guess.
Next up, LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
Cool. Brother v brother, Jimmy versus Jay. Who you got?
Yay.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Fair enough. Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the IC
Gunther's whooping that
title.
boy's ass. Gunther's whooping that boy's ass.
It's going to be a very good match, though. That's going to be very good.
Should be.
The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Seth and Cody. Who you got?
Rock and Roman.
Ooh, okay, so they take the win on night one. I see that. Next up, no, oh shit, yeah. Okay, there we go. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the women's world title.
Rhea.
Okay. Io Sky versus Bailey for the women's title.
If Bailey doesn't win, then the next podcast after this will be an hour-long discussion on how I can find Triple H to fight him.
To be fair, they are disrespecting her hard by not promoting her as much as they should right now.
Well, she went from being a near main event to The Rock's back and needs a main event real quick. So could you just borrow yours? Can I borrow your main event real quick? Thank you. You know all that TV time you had? Rock wants to do some talking promos to a camera. So
scrap
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, skedaddle.
And finally, Roman Reigns versus Cody for the undisputed title.
Cody? Yay.
That's the most enthusiastic way I've heard someone say Cody before. All right, lovely. Perfect. Let's move on.
Cody. Yay.
Well, that's all the sports covered, which means we can hop into some of the I got 2 quizzes for you today. All right, bro?
Oh, fuck.
How well would you say you know ball? How well do you know ball?
Football.
Yeah, how well do you know ball?
Pretty well.
All right. So this is just a general quiz. I feel like if you don't get these correct, then come on, Chief. All right.
Michael. De Gea.
Fuck off. All right. I believe it's an easy quiz. The website's called giggly.co.uk. So if it's not easy, it's not on me. Okay. Okay, we got a football quiz for you today. Starting with the question number 1. Which Liverpool star also played for Southampton and Celtic? Mane.
Van Dijk. Oh.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Well, congratulations. You got the first one correct. Which team has won the most FA Cup trophies?
Arsenal.
I can confirm that is absolutely correct. You know too much, bro. You actually know too much. Next up, where in France was the 2019 Women's World Cup final played? You want me to give you options or?
Yes, nigga, damn.
Well, you answer the other 2 without any fucking help.
You've gone from FA Cup winners to the Women's World Cup final in 2019. Okay.
All right. The Stade de Lyon, the Parc de France, or the Allianz Riviera?
The Stade de Lyon.
Can confirm. You're correct. Fucking hell, I can't even miss. All right, next up. Which club did Manchester United sign Anthony Martial? Monaco, Marseille, or Lille?
Monaco.
Correct. All right, next up.
Same as Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe. Which country do Orlando Pirates play in? South Africa, Poland, or the USA? You're having to think.
But no, Orlando's in Florida.
Yeah.
But it sounds like some South African shit.
So what are you thinking, bro? What are you thinking?
South Africa.
You're correct. It's South Africa. At which club did Aaron Ramsey begin his career? Blackburn, Swansea, or Cardiff?
Cardiff.
Correct. Next up, which football pundit did not play for Liverpool and Spurs? Ian Wright, Peter Crouch, Danny Murphy.
Ian Wright.
Ain't that easy. All right, next up. What does VAR mean in football? Very awful reaction, video assistant referee, or video action replay?
Video assistant referee.
It's such a stupid question. Which trophies contested between the Premier League and the FA Cup winners? The Club World Cup.
Shield.
There you go. Which team has won the most FA Cup trophies? The berries, the nuts, the cherries.
What?
Which team has won the most FA Cup trophies? The berries, the nuts, or the cherries?
What?
David, I'm not asking you jujitsu. It's just a simple question, bro.
These the berries, the nuts, or the cherries?
Yes.
What does that mean?
I don't know, David. I don't know. I'm reading it verbatim.
Which team has won the most FA Cup trophies?
The berries, the nuts, or the cherries?
The nuts or the cherries?
Yes.
The cherries, I guess.
Correct. It's the cherries. It was the cherries. You guys, he does know ball. 10 out of 10. Literally 10 out of 10.
Is it Bournemouth the cherries? Or they just made up like some mixed fruit and nut thing?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I'm glad I got it right, but also I'm mad I got it right because I don't know what the fuck just happened. I thought it was Arsenal again. I was about to say, oh, the easiest quiz ever.
Well, I found a website called Quiz of the Day. So every day they give you a brand new quiz you can do. It's only 10 questions. So today you are doing the quiz for the 18th of March, 2024. General knowledge. Question number 1 for the quiz. The fibula can be found in which part of the body? Arm, leg, hand, or back?
Arm.
All right. You will find out your results at the end. San Jose is the capital of which country? Costa Rica, Panama, Honduras, or Nicaragua?
Costa Rica.
All right. Next up, Florence Nightingale came to prominence managing nurses in which war? The Boer War, the Crimean War, World War I. Wait, is that your answer?
Yeah.
All right. You got that one correct. I will be very suspect. All right. Next up, who wrote music? Who wrote music for West Side Story? Leonard Bernstein, Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, or Richard Rodgers? I hate that name.
Okay, say those names again. I wasn't listening. I was waiting for Andrew Lloyd Webber. He's not there.
Fuck you.
I was waiting for Andrew Lloyd Webber. He wasn't there.
All right, fair. Who wrote music for West Side Story? Leonard Bernstein, Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, or Richard Rodgers?
George Gershwin.
All right. Next,
what to say his name?
Gershwin. Next up, which singer starred in The Bodyguard? Cher, Tina Turner, Aretha Franklin, or Whitney Houston?
Whitney Houston.
All right. What is the largest city in Brazil by population? Salvador, Brasilia, Sao Paulo, or Rio de Janeiro?
Okay, Brasilia is the capital.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be Rio.
Okay. Which fictional character had his diary published in 1982 by Sue Townsend? Adrian Mole, Simon Mole, Dennis Mole, or Michael Mole? This question's fucked. I don't even know. If you get this one correct, it's a dub. I don't know.
Eminem, Michael Moore.
All right, Michael Mole. Perfect. All right, who starred as Jim in 28 Days Later? Toby Jones, Ralph Fiennes, Paul Bettany, or Cillian Murphy?
First one.
Okay, so Toby Jones. All right. Next up.
I forgot the names.
Sale of the Century was a TV quiz show hosted by who? Bruce Forsyth.
I put out. I know football, don't I? I know football. But this.
Bruce Forsyth, Bob Monkhouse, Jimmy Tarbuck, or Nicholas Parsons?
Jimmy Tarbuck.
All right. And final one.
Oh,
Bloody hell, hold on. Final one. A molecule of methanol contains how many carbon atoms? 4, 1, 2, or 3? This question's fucked, bro. I feel like you should know this one. You're a smart man. You should know this one. My internet broken.
No. 4.
4. All right, lovely. Let's see. Where the fuck is my mouse already?
I got at least 2.
Okay.
No more than 3.
Ooh. Oh my god, and it shows you the average for people who oh my god. So you scored in the 6th percentile. All right. 30 people have taken this quiz today. You got 3 out of 10. Which I think is decent, personally, you know? You got 3 out of 10.
Half the things I'd never heard of.
Not bad though. Not bad. You're in the 6th percentile. We take those.
Be honest, how many of those questions do you actually know the answers to?
Well, I knew the Cillian Murphy one for Jim. Hold on, let me get rid of this fucking thing here. Cillian Murphy, I knew that. Sao Paulo for Brazil, only because I looked it up. I don't know who any of these people are. I wouldn't have got the Nightingale thing. San Jose was fair. And the fibula is in the leg, not the arm.
Yeah, I realized after I said it, it's fibula and tibia.
All right. Well, that covers that quiz. Let me just note down. Minute 37.
13 out of 20. That's what I see it. That's 2-1.
Well, finally. Did you see? Well, hold on. I don't know if this is like a step back or a step forward. I don't fucking know anymore. Did you see the Apex Legends thing which came out?
Nope.
A bunch of professionals and like big streamers who stream Apex Legends got hacked like whilst mid tournament, and the people who were hacking them revealed that they had like literal aimbot on their system, and they made it appear mid game whilst they were in a tournament.
Mad.
So in my head, you know, like obviously Zemi, very obvious, like from time to time that, you know, it's a bit suspect. Yeah, a little bit suspect. Mm-hmm. Now, does that affect your viewing? So say, for example, you're watching a streamer and they've been found guilty of obviously cheating, and you used to think like it was just their pure skill. Does that affect the quality of, like, will you still continue to watch them or no, essentially?
If they're entertaining, I still watch them.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of, in my head, assume I act under the suspicion that most of these niggas are cheating. You know, because if I see you snipe a bush, but you can't see in the bush and you just kill him, like, I'm like, one time, that's fair. But when you're doing like 7 times a week, I'm like, is it game sense or is it, you know? So, but I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't care that much. I only watch people. I don't watch streamers to be good. I watch them to be funny or entertaining. So if it's still entertaining, then that's what I watch.
Because like I thought about it like, you know, like Fortnite, when it comes to like the actual grands where they go to the location, they're all on the same LAN connection and stuff, and the winners are always people you I just don't know them anymore. Obviously, I think the 1 year, obviously Tifu and Loxi, whenever the fuck they won that way back when. Because like obviously I'm watching them, I'm like, okay, cool, you're really good at the game, and then they ended up winning. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But recently, all the people who I do watch play Fortnite and stuff, when it comes to like those big fucking tournaments, they never win. Like, and like I'm watching. 'Cause I love playing Fortnite. I watch at least like 5 to 10 of you motherfuckers whenever you're streaming, and none of you niggas make it. I'm always so fucking baffled. I don't know. It's crazy. Hopefully you're all not cheating, but you know, if you are, fair enough. What we've learned from adult confessions is apparently cheating is the way to accomplish life.
Oh, man, I did the show at home where everyone can cheat and see who really wins.
Bro, it's the
No,
same thing.
let's see who's aims bot's aim button. Let's go.
Bro, it's the same thing like when it comes to like if it was like a fucking fighting league where they allow people to take all the steroids you want.
That's exactly how I feel about it. I feel the
Bro,
exact same way.
just let them do it and let's see what happens.
Look, man, I know this. It's coming to Saudi at some point.
A
The
1,000,000,000%.
all hacks allowed league. The Al. There you go.
Bro, I would watch the shit out of that. All right.
And then
No,
all steads are welcome. That's sour.
that's Suru. All right. Well, we've come to the actual adult confessions. This is a bit of a shorter podcast, but still a banger for you guys.
No core questions. Wow.
Well, those bitches got thrown out for the. Do you want me to check some in?
I mean, I can do. Got time.
We've got time. May as well. All right, hold on.
I'm on my way to about 35 minutes. I can do it with.
I think we're on like 45 minutes right now.
Happily ask me football questions. You can't ask me them. There's no hesitation. I just know the answers. I'm that guy.
We literally got 10 out of 10 like a fucking psychopath. Well, no, Darth is a fucking psychopath. Let's go to dating, of course. Lovely. Let's see. Answer. Okay. Oh. Ooh. All right. Quora question number 1 for you, Davian. How would you describe your spouse in one word? How would you describe her? One word. You're on video.
So many words. You know.
Hopefully good words. Hopefully good ones.
I mean, all great words. She's a great human being. Genuine.
Genuine. Okay. That's a good answer. All right.
I only had good answers.
All right. Okay, next one up. I'm just gonna go down in order. They seem like quite decent now. I think they've leveled out a little bit. Is the increase in pickiness among women on dating sites / apps due to the abundance of options, or are there other factors at play?
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, I
think men are more picky too.
100%.
Think about it. If you were like 10, 12 years ago,
Mm.
as a man, you would probably just date a woman who, you'd just date a woman. You'd go volume. You'd like go outside and you'd talk to women, and you'd generally keep talking to women until one woman found you attractive, and then at that point, if you found her attractive too, you'd be like, okay, cool, like that's it. Like whereas now you've got like 100 options on your phone. So now,
Literally, like you can
Now a 7
at
out of
any
10, you're
given
like,
point
but
in
that's
your
an 8.
day, if you're single or I know you got scumbags out there too, you can literally take out your phone and have access to X amount of people
Wait.
instantly.
Oh shit!
Whatever.
Forrest has been docked 4 points.
Oh yeah, I saw Mark Goldbridge came on my fucking TikTok.
Oh, well, the Forest fan. Wow, what a shock!
Yeah, right. It came on my TikTok this morning. I was like, oh, crazy. Well, they're definitely getting relegated. Yeah.
Nah, they're only 1 point off. They're only 1 point off Luton.
Oh, that's not terrible. That's not terrible.
It's just
and there's still like what? How many games left? Like 10?
10. 9 games for them. But yeah, I think dating nowadays, you've got so many options, and you know so much about humans. So like, whereas people's parents, the generation before, would have settled, and even when they were unhappy, they stayed. Nowadays, you've got so many options, and you can literally just like in the swipe of a hand, you can see 50 people. And
literally.
Now I think it means that you are allowed to be more picky because if you're a woman who, especially looking at it from a women's point of view, if you're a woman who knows what she wants, you're allowed to say, okay, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that, and you're not limited to the town you're in. You can literally pick from anywhere,
Yeah,
and I think it's a good thing and a bad thing in terms some ways. But I think
that's fair.
as a guy, that means that if someone's being picky, at least if they pick you, they want to be with you instead of feeling like they have to.
They're
Be.
settling.
So,
Yeah.
it's
All right.
so surely you'd want to, in 20 years, you want to know that the woman you're with picked you because she likes you and not because you were the best of a bad bunch.
To be fair, some people, I think at some point, at some age, if you're like 50, that's probably the thoughts you're going to be having. To be fair, though, what do I do?
40, 50, it's just to do it. Like why
Yeah.
waste of time?
It's more of a situation of convenience at that point.
Does your shit still work?
What do you what do I do when a girl has gone cold on me? I presume he means he's been ed. Well, she's been ed. Ed potato.
Okay, here's what you do. Okay, it depends how cold she's got on you. So you open up your phone. I'll walk you through it with it. So you so if let's say she's replying to you for a week, you've been talking for 2 weeks. Then she aired you and now she's gone. What you do is you go to your phone, find depends what your contact number on. You go to the contact thing, the name. You see that if you've been read and aired as well, it's been like a week or two.
Ooh,
so you go to the 3 dots at the top of your phone or whatever settings, hit that, bang. Scroll down to block contact and just bang. Are you sure you want to block this contact? And you just go, confirm, put your phone down and then just move on.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was as concise as it's gonna get.
Well, look, it can go one of 2 ways. Like you can say that, but just wait. But also, if they've gone completely cold and there's no explanation, there's nothing for it, then and you're early in the dating thing, like I mean, she doesn't give enough of a shit about you to even give you an excuse why she's busy. So if she's gone completely cold on you, then just leave the situation. Duh, like you're you're probably better than waiting around for someone who's probably getting never mind.
Who's probably getting their back blown out by someone else. All right, next up, final question from Cora here, and this one's very important, Davian. Very important. I need you to lock in. Okay. Do you think Patty McGinnis is dating anyone right now?
I don't. All I'm saying is, forget about that last question. Look, she's gone cold on you, and you're like, "Oh, but where is she?" And she's literally it slipped out, and then she told that man to slip it back in, and that's all you're gonna wait around for. I mean, Paddy McGuinness, if he's single, is probably living his best life. He's a middle-aged man who's well known in Britain. I'm sure he can go to anywhere, and I'm sure he's not missing out on
anything.
Beautiful women who just want to talk to him. So maybe if he's single or seeing someone, maybe you ask that because you want to see him. And if you want to see him, go find him. I don't know where he's from, but just go to enough bars. I'm sure he'll be one of them. That's what Paddy McGuinness has ever been in there. If he's been in there, then stick around. If he's there regularly, you got a chance.
That's right.
Even if he's got a girlfriend, it might only be less than 6 months.
Listen. So if you've got a girlfriend and you're attractive enough, who knows? Anything's possible.
You know, famous niggas don't give a shit about man doing some normal shit in life.
Fucking facts. All right.
Like, go on, shoot your shot.
All right. I'm gonna
go get Paddy the Baddie.
I'm gonna send you one of these core questions. Not core questions. One of these confessions. Because it's 2 paragraphs, so I'm not reading it.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I can't read.
Okay, do that. Lovely. There you go. I like the last thing I sent you was a thingy too.
Keep making me read and shit. And I won't be reading too good in that.
I don't be reading all good and shit. All right. The first adult confession, I'll let you have it. After you, mate. All I saw was I'm pregnant, and I was like, okay, Davian, take over. And also, look at the age. Did you just take a swig of Ray Nephews? My guy read 2 seconds and took a swig of Ray Nephews.
I needed it. Okay.
Holy shit! All right,
So
Brian, fucking
this
drop
one
my
is from
pen. Sorry.
adultconfessions.com under the category I did it for the money. The title of this thesis is Needed the Money. This is from a straight female who is aged 18. Has not left the name, and it's probably for the best. And it says, and I'm quoting verbatim, I am pregnant 5 months. I have a barely there job, live in a one-room studio that is in a shitty building. I took an offer from a guy and I went naked to a bachelor party and was the sexual entertainment. I danced and stripped. Some giggled at my body trying to be sexy. To be honest, I really didn't know what to do. But I knew in advance what would happen. There was a very hot looking hard body. She was there only to have sex with the groom to be. I was the entertainment for the other 16 guys at the party. I'd never had sex with more than one guy at a time. And honestly, only 3 guys total since starting 3 years ago, my first time.
No. Okay.
I had, presumably this word here is boys, fingering me in front and back, shoving cocks in my mouth, sucking my tits, feeding my belly, jacking all over me, then finally laying down to get fucked. I got loads in my mouth, all over my body. My face was plastered. My pussy got fucked at least 12 times. My ass 5. I sucked down and swallowed at least 7 loads. In the end, they wouldn't let me clean up. Just put on my clothes, come all over and in me, dripping out. The other girl came out and we left. She looked at me like I was the worst human being of all time. But I got $2,000 for it, and I'd do it again. And that has 33 upvotes and 1 downvote. Thank you, Dell.
So she got run a train on for 2K for one night.
T, you know what? T, I've got a question.
Go on.
Well, firstly, she started having sex at 15, which was kind of bad.
Mm.
Secondly, her number went from this guy she's had sex with. Does that count as one? Like, is it like, because like, is it one sexual experience you can say 4? Or does she have to say 20 now?
You see, that's the fascinating one there, isn't it? Because I don't know. Okay, so if you have sex with 15 people at the same time, do you then, does your number automatically jump up to 15, or is it just like one sexual experience at a time?
I don't know. I feel like it has to go to 8. I feel like it has to go 1, 2, 3, 18, and that's bad to me.
Yeah, no, because you can't say like say for example, the next guy she dates, and he's like, for those niggas who are curious, and he says, "What's your body count?" She can't then say with a good conscience 4. She would have to say 18.
Yeah, I know.
Because...
But also, even when she says 18, she still has to explain like 8. So if you said 18 to me, I'm gonna be like, okay, I mean, a lot because you're 18. Yeah. How old did you start? And then I'm gonna ask you questions like, so, like, how many relationships you in? And you're gonna be like, well, I was in a relationship for a year, and then another year, then another year, and I'm gonna be like, where were these 15 bodies then? And then you got at that point, 8. If you say 18, you're still gonna have to explain that 15 were at one time. Like, you can't just go, I was 18. Because then
I know you don't like to judge, right? Like, and I'm fully in the camp of don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. I would never ask a girl her body count etc. I'd never want to know that shit. It's like asking a girl, let me see your DMs. I don't want to know. But like, if a girl, say for example, a girl came up to you, like she's interested in you, whatever, you like her, cool. Things are going well. You're on your 3rd date, and she's like, okay, I have a confession. I had 15 guys in one night. I know you don't like to judge, but does that change your perception at that moment? Would you still...
No. Firstly, I'd love to judge.
But would you change your opinion of her in that moment, or would you try look past it?
No. I'll be completely honest. Here's what would happen.
Okay.
I would say, oh, what? And you're looking up. I mean, everyone has a past, right?
Yeah.
And then I'd sit there and I'd think, you know what? She was honest and she told me. Then I'd be like, what? How did she know it was 15? She counted every dick that went in. Did they take a lineup? Was it a raffle thing? Now we're thinking about it too much, and now then I'm gonna attach that conversation with you, and now I've already left the situation, so I can't bring it back up because this time I was thinking. I was
gonna say,
so I'm just sitting there stewing, thinking, like, did she know the 15 man? Is there another 15 man she's hiding? Like, what if it was really 33, but she's only told me about one of the 15? Like, And then I would then use that, and it would trigger my insecurities, and I'd feel too anxious, and now I just wouldn't have a good time when I'm with you. So then I just casually be like, the vibes aren't there, and then leave. But in reality, it probably was because you said, "Yo, I slept with 15 men at one time." I'm like,
which
like
is fair,
'cause
which is fair, which is super fair.
it's just by the 12th dick. You'd think that was enough. Like,
You see,
how am I gonna satisfy you if 15 barely got you there?
okay,
Like,
does it make it
I'm
better
just
if
one man.
if it's her
Like,
job, if she's a porn star? Does it make it better?
I mean,
Because then now she did it for work.
sure. Look, man, at that point, I'd be really wondering how much money you make and your longevity in the career in it. Because, like, look, man, the way I see it is, I could imagine what if I bought if I just I entered into a poor star girlfriend team and a dog says, "Yo, I know her." Like now she's gotta go. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Like, mm, yeah. I
It's a
mean,
tough one. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Like personally, for me, if a girl told me that, I'd be very polite, like in front of her face. But the second I go home, back to my yard, I'm not. I'm not.
I
I'm
feel
never
like
speaking to you again. I'm not.
I feel like
That's
what would
it,
happen
bro.
is my brain would take it to order. I wouldn't know actually know how to reply to that. Like, I wouldn't know what to say to. I accidentally 50 minutes at one time because it's just like,
It's a lot. Well, literally, like it's a lot to think about mentally, and like I just personally I couldn't, but other people out there could. And for you people, fair enough.
it's just not my king. It's just not my type of thing. But
Mm.
also, the second thing that I think was skipped over here
Yeah.
is she said there was a hot looking hard body. Never heard that term used before in my life.
I thought, bro, in my head,
thought that was
I
a
heard
guy.
Joe. I heard Joe.
I know I had that when I was reading it
Yeah.
too, and that's why. And then she also said was only there to have sex with the groom to be. Nigga, you're getting married. What do you
Okay,
mean?
okay, David, another one. What do you think of people who are obviously bachelor parties, right? What do you think of people who do their bachelor parties and they have sex on their bachelor parties? But they don't class it as cheating because they see it as like, oh, it's my final send off before I get married for the rest of my life, you know?
Well,
Like,
put it like this: my bachelor party will be
mm,
a couple guys, a nice meal, a lot of shots, and some like hard games, some like funny things. I don't know. I don't think in my life I'm like, I can't wait to commit to this woman for the rest of my life. Let me fuck someone else. Oh, yeah, there we go.
would you
That's
have
like
strippers
that's
at
like
your
saying
bachelor party?
that's like saying, um, potentially.
I'd get you strippers. That way,
I'd be okay. I'd be okay with strippers. I just wouldn't want the forced attention thing because then I feel like
yeah,
it's a little too,
no, that's a little bit weird. That's a little bit weird. Yeah.
like having strippers in the area is calm.
Like doing their
'cause then
thing,
also,
and we're just
like
having a
if
good
there's strippers
time.
over
Yeah.
there, but
Mm,
there's wings over here, and I
that's
can kind of like get some wings over here, and then look over and be like, "Hi, there's a stripper," and then I
it's
can
not,
go back
see
about
now
my
that's
life.
what they
But
call holy matrimony, that bro. That's what we love to
see,
see.
like if I can just like walk, because if I can buy the wings, and look
Yeah.
back over, see like someone getting a lap dance inside, I'm like, look at my guys, and then I can just go back to my life. Like I don't
Mm.
need when them man are like, oh, and then this, and then
Nas would
that's
have
like,
Nas would have to leave before that moment, but that would be
nah, I'd get
vibes.
him the halal chicken wings. He wouldn't even notice there were strippers in the corner. Come on now. That man would so be like, oh, what's on this? This is lemon pepper. He wouldn't notice what's going on behind him.
Bro, he'd be like, bro, she just dropped something on the floor. All right, all right. Next confession up for you. This one is also from Did It For The Money. This was written by a straight female, age 27. The title is It's My Turn. I married it, didn't work for it. Being poor, not disadvantaged, lower economic strata. She literally typed strata. Let me restart because that fucked me up. I thought I fucked up, but she literally STATA.
Yeah, data.
So I'm gonna just change that to status when we read that. Okay. I Did It For The Money. This was written by a straight female, age 27. The title is It's My Turn. I married it. Didn't work for it. Being poor, not disadvantaged, lower economic status, poor as dirt poor. I made a promise to myself to get even. Work hard. Why? I married money. Call me arm candy, gold digger, trophy wife. The key word is wife. No prenup. Was he out of his mind? Was he pressured? Was he plumb crazy? Who cares? He's rich. He has a new, young hot wife. And guess what? That's me. I will do the baby thing, lock in the benefits. He's 62. I got to milk him whilst he. This woman is mental. It's a business. I used to go by the hour. Now I'm a fixture in the house. No more pulling up my pants and leaving. He is happy, never had so much pussy in his life. His ex-wife never gave it to him, embarrassed him, and would always make sure to be the center of attention when it wasn't necessary. Now he's got a hot babe to show off. He's fully aware I'm from the low end of the spectrum, but I clean up good. This has 19 upvotes and 1 downvote. That 1 downvote is from the ex-wife. 100%. Number 1, I respect you. Apparently your name is Vera. Bro, I respect you. Like, fair enough, G. You were like, fuck all that bullshit. I was once the hoe he paid for, and now I'm the hoe in the house. I respect it, G. Fair enough.
I mean, look, it's a story of, achieving goals that you wanted, right?
Damn straight. Dare we say that is the American or maybe British or whatever country you're from dream. She went from the projects to bagging a man who's rich as fuck without a prenup. Call that a dub, bro. Call that a dub.
Think of it out of you, though, innit?
I was gonna say. All right.
What if you make it 90 and now you're like 50 and now the money at least?
I see. What you gotta hope for here is like I mean, I don't wish this upon anyone, but I'm saying if you are her, number one, either he divorces you and you get half anyway, or that he dies and you're in his will, so you get his shit anyway. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta. Hopefully, you've played your cards well. Next up, and the final one. This story is brought to you by straight male, age 38, from the category When I Was a Kid. The title is The Night I Became a Man. I was 16 and my older brother and a friend brought over 2 girls. They played strip poker and soon the girls were naked. One of them asked me if I've ever touched a girl. She took my fingers and let me touch her pussy. The other girl laughed and asked my brother if it was okay for me to become a man. She gave me head, and when I was hard, she pulled me onto her, and she leaned back on the floor, using her hand to guide me after I had come in literally 30 seconds. They laughed at me and told me I had to do it on my own from here. The other girl, with her hands under her head, what the fuck is going on here? The other girl laid back with her hands under her head, her legs open. My brother told me to put the hurt on her. I lasted for maybe another minute or 2. That's all. That was the night I lost my virginity to a couple of whores. This has 29 upvotes and 1 downvote. That was a lot. First of all, for anyone, number one, never be ashamed of how you lose your virginity, and well, as long as it's consensual, right? But that was a weird. You losing it in front of your family where they can see you is a bit like if they were like just go to the other room and then just like, you know what I'm saying, just do your thing, fair enough. But the fact that your brother looked at you in your eyeballs whilst you're butt naked with a boner and said stick it in that woman is weird.
Nah, I can't lie. If I was 16, I'll be honest, I'm 16 and the girl pulled my thing out, like sucking it. It wouldn't matter who was in that room. Like,
you got a point.
As long as it ain't I'm
forgetting.
As long as it ain't parents, fam, the shame hasn't loaded yet. But also, that's I don't know. I mean, I mean,
pregnancies, gold diggers, and hookers. What a time, man.
I just think, like, firstly, technically, like you shouldn't do it. But technically, what W, brother? Like,
oh, no, high key, because obviously, like, you paid for him, because these are not normal women. Come on, now let's be real. But like, he paid for them and he got you laid. You're welcome. Like, that's the best.
He wasn't let you get the warm. No, you know what he's gonna be, brother. He let you get the warm up, blood. He let you go first. Like, that's you don't want to follow experience. You let you go as a warm up act and let you do your thing and then
Do your thing off.
Nah, because you got the 30-second in, and then it's like, yo, put the hurt on. Okay, a good 90 seconds, he tripled his time.
Put the hurt on.
Coached him through, blood. I like to think he had a bottle of water and a towel, like, yeah.
I do like that he was honest. Like, oh no, I didn't last 10, like, obviously a stupid amount of time. Because
Nah, that brother said, she gave me a head, and I was like, that's good for me, blood.
Well,
the fact you get to round 2 suggests that I might have to sit there for an awkward moment as like everything finished and just kind of sit there like and have a normal conversation and be like, okay, so it's halftime team talk. You can go again. Next one. Come on, get your apple in. Okay,
bro,
come on.
Listen, man, fair enough.
First half, you didn't lose. Okay, second half, hit him on the counter. Come on, give me this.
Hit him with kindness,
Fucking, you may as well be playing anime music in the background and just giving cheers for him like that. Like,
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not fucking wrong. Well, ladies and
some
gents.
families are weird.
Well, David, would you ever have sex in front of a family member?
No.
Would you have sex in front of your friends?
Also, I mean,
why are you thinking
which
about
friends?
it? What? Why?
Because I'd have sex. Because I'd 100% have sex in front of Nas.
Oh yeah, no. Well, same. No, I wouldn't think about it. I wouldn't.
I couldn't have sex with Darth in the room.
Okay. See, no, because okay. Sex in front of Nas is funny. Sex in front of Darth is creepy. See,
I think sex in front.
Yeah.
So I think sex in front of Darth. I feel like he taught to me during it about something that
he
wasn't
would.
to do with sex.
He would make jokes too. Like he. Yeah, no.
Like he'd be like, "Yo, have you seen this meme?" And I'd be like, so locked down. Like, what the fuck you want about Nas? I just know he'd feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But like, so then I wonder how he got into that position in the first place to even still be sat there.
But... Well, okay, you were gonna say something before.
Oh, it's gone now. All I can think about is the horror on Nas's face. I don't know why it makes me happy, but I can just see it. He's just like, wait, I'm just gonna go. No, sit down.
You ain't going nowhere. Well, I think that's about it. Came to an hour and 7 minutes at the end of it. It's been fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. A bunch of shorts will be out as per usual. And yeah. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up here, Davian?
White. I'm assuming that family's white, and white families are weird, and that's all I've learned.
Oh, white people, we love you, but not like slave master love you kind of weird shit. You know what I'm saying? We like you in a normal sense. You know what I'm saying? Not some Django Unchained shit.
The thing I'm gonna say is, you know that woman who sent me like $15 for $2,000?
Yeah.
I did the math in my head while you were doing that story. That's $133 per dick. So
that's kind of cheap when you think about it.
That is. So
though, it's one night, which probably lasted like an hour and a half.
Well, no, but I'm saying what I'm saying is, but here's my question. So to wrap this up, now it's your bachelor party.
Okay.
If you're hiring a woman for every one of your friends to sleep with, have we got to split the bill? Or is it like a?
Surely, if it's my bachelor party,
one man paying.
You man are paying. No,
that's what I'm saying. It's one man paying, or we have to like cut it because at that point, because here's my question: Is it 2,000 all in, or do we have to break it down and itemize? Like, I only got head.
No. The 2,000 has to be all inclusive, and whatever you do, you do. Like if you say, for example, you put your money in, and then you didn't get head. That's what.
One of the most awkward things for me is like, you go to a restaurant and you got to itemize the bill, and then do the math and add it up, and then work out the sales tax on the tip and shit, and then like you got to do all that after. Like, imagine doing that, but being like, no, you got anal head. And you came on after you put clothes on. I only got head, so like I'm putting 50 in. Like, you got 250. Like that feels like,
bro, that's some Alan Harper shit, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, yo, I got 30 seconds of coochie. You got 12 minutes. Like
I didn't put it in there.
I got 12 seconds of coochie. Like I know what I did. I fucked up for 12 seconds.
I'm not paying for a fucking second longer.
Someone brings out the calendar like that was actually 60 times more coochie that you got than me. So
you know what would be more impressive? If whoever the chick is who's doing it, if she could, note it down as it's happening.
Imagine at the end she's like, so
I'm not gonna lie,
at $42.
If she could do all of that whilst doing all of that, She gets a
Nah,
tip.
nah, because
She
if
gets a
I'm
tip.
no, because no, she's not getting paid for me. Because if I'm in there and you're able to do accounting, the mathematics, and work out the names of other people who did whatever and timings, yeah, no, clearly this wasn't. You weren't in this like I was in this. Like
Bro, she's like, this is not my first rodeo, bro.
I forgot what day it is, but you can remember that it was £412. Like you're
And
not
change.
evaluating my dick and telling me it's $312 a dick. Damn, I thought it was priceless. Okay, bitch, like no.
Everything has a price.
Imagine if you did that in a massive group of people and it's your friends, and then you got off and the woman said
Ooh.
that's $8. After someone had been on it was like $230, someone else was like 93, and you're the lowest amount.
It's peak. It's
Yeah.
fucking peak, bro.
You became stuck in the group chat.
Hold on.
That's all I have to say.
Hold on. One more thing. Okay. Rank these. Okay. quickly, just to sign off here. Rank these female wrestlers without knowing who's next. It's up to you whether you want to rank it in terms of quality or physical appearance. It's up to you personally. All right. Whatever your choice is. All right. Rank these 5 female wrestlers without knowing who's next. Number 1.
Okay.
Trish Stratus. The ums and have begun.
Okay, that's not.
Okay. Fuck you. God damn it. All right. Let me just note this down. Okay, cool. All right. Rank these 5 female wrestlers without knowing who's next. Starting up, Trish Stratus.
3.
Stacy Keibler.
4.
Ooh. Melina.
5.
Tori Wilson.
2.
And finally, Beth Phoenix.
1. I'll take that.
All right, not bad. Nice. Lovely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the podcast. We will see you guys next week.
You wanted Lita, you bitch.
Bro, for the last one, I'll say, wait. Beth Phoenix.